Hello everyone, welcome to Digital Innovation Videos. Today we're going to be discussing about the final project. I'm not going to take very long. I just want to go through the key points of it. I already listed two samples. Of course, one is the best one is what I don't want you to do. So check them out first before continuing this video, and I think you will get a better idea of what I'm talking about. Or alternatively, you can watch the video and then get a good idea of what's required out of those. So first of all, your submission is gonna be done on the 2nd of June. Okay, so bear that in mind. Okay, so 2nd of June, don't forget that. Okay, that's important. Yeah, of course, I don't expect you to submit it on the same 2nd of June. I expect you to consult with me your ideas. I expect you that is a more a communication. Imagine that I'm your manager and you are discussing with me points of your project. You write, you put things on your project, you design, and then you consult with me week by week, right? That's the best approach. If you want a great grade, if you just want to take your chances, well, of course, then don't talk to me. Just submit whenever it's necessary, and that's it. All right. Okay. Very good. So, um, this project has two is formed by two people. I only need two people for this one. So, yeah. So now here we have the marking rubrics. How am I gonna do them? This one you can read them slowly, but in general, I want you to really, really think of this project as a business proposal where you are really going to put a product in the market where you really think it's feasible. And that's the most important thing, feasibility. You think of a project that is useful and easy to use, and it can change someone's uh someone's life. In this case, I would recommend you to do an analysis of your current life or someone else's life and think of what kind of product or service you can design. Service is more difficult. I recommend you to do more products than services. Services are more complex, so definitely I recommend you more products. So let's go through it. So this one is your plagiarism declaration. This one is just try not to copy previous projects. I have copy of all the previous projects, so I can easily check them out and see whether you're copying something the same. I mean, I provided you a reference of previous projects, so I think you can use them as a guideline. But of course, every year I expect it to be better and better, right? So again, in this one, let's go through some of the main things. Yeah, let's go through some of the main things which are you should have two students. You already know it. There's no limits on words. But like I said, I expect it to be more of a business proposal rather than academic essay. Bear that in mind. That's very critical. I don't want a very long thing that you are just writing for the sake of writing. No. In business, it's very simple. Proposal is strong. Proposal goes to the point, has a good idea. I buy it, I don't buy it. Think of it as a Shark Tank. If you have never seen the show, watch it on YouTube. Shark Tank, they present the idea in already in 5 minutes you know whether it's feasible or not, right? So it's about quality, it's not about quantity, and I want you to bear that in mind. Okay, very good. So let's continue through it. In this case, font size doesn't matter because you're gonna be using whatever matches with your proposals. Just make sure that all your proposal looks all the same, right? Same, and it's images and diagrams. I highly encourage you to do it for the reason that I really want you to graphically show me your idea. I want to see what's in your brain. And sometimes you can use images from the internet that maybe is not exactly what it is because you're not gonna do the prototype. I mean, some students have done some sort of prototypes, but more importantly, I want you to maybe show me something that can resemble it. If there's another application, but maybe application or service or product, and then you're gonna tweak some things, right? Referencing, I don't need it. That's all. These are the sections, and then of course, the feedback on your assignment is ongoing. You can consult with me at any point of time. In this one, don't waste your time and don't waste my time. And what I mean with this one is, uh, some students think that by showing me something, they are excelling in my class, and that doesn't mean that you're excelling. Sometimes people just show me anything for the sake of showing that, oh, I'm doing something. No, work hard, put something meaningful there, and then show it to me so I can address what are the real problems. I guess some like, ah, professor, this is the last day, so I'm gonna send it to you, and please check it. You're just sending it to me for your sake, not I mean, for the sake of what I think about you, not for the sake of really correcting it, because there's no time. Again, take the time, submit me things, or share with me your ideas in advance, because I have a lot of things to say, I have a lot of feedback to give you, and if you don't give me time, uh, I mean, the time is for you, for taking time to do the corrections. And if you do the corrections, I guarantee you that you will get a good result. Again, this is like in business. No, we have proposals, we change them, we improve them, and that's the point of it. So in this case, we have the instructions. So the first part of the project, we have the foundation, right? So in this case, you're gonna discuss and propose a business that involves digital innovation. With this one, bear in mind, it has to be digital innovation. It can be a business to business, meaning that I am proposing something for, let's say, improving the supply chain of a company, or it can be business to consumer, a product that is good for the consumer, or it can be a business to government. Maybe I will improve the digital services for applying for, I don't know, my passport, for saying something, right? This is up to you. Then you can think of that. And then, of course, here, briefly explain your solution, why you thought of this, why you think it's a good product, why, what kind of problems it's solving. And then you can show me also with a flow chart how this product is moving. No, I mean, where it started, the start of the process, how it moves, how it processes, how it happens. So you show me in a very brief way what's going on with that product and how it's going to be used. Okay. Now, it's important here that you it's important that here you have to use one of the following technologies, because that's what we already have seen through the previous one units 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, you can suggest any other technologies, but talk to me first, and then we will discuss whether it's a good idea or not, right? So it can be machine learning, gig economy, it can be a digital membership, it can be any sort of robot to automate something, it can be digital twins. So anyways, whatever you choose, make sure that it is one of these ones. Okay, make sure it's one of the following ones, and if it's not, talk to me. Okay, discuss it with me, because you don't know if maybe it's an obsolete technology. It has happened to me. People talk to me about things and they already exist, already someone created. Any of your ideas, please double check with the web and with me, because sometimes you it has happened that some people come after 3 or 4 weeks of working and, professor, we have already developed this project and this product and it's so fantastic, and I come to tell them that's already existing, it's called Uber. No, so be careful with that one. You don't want to get caught in products or projects that have no value at all. So discuss with me early. Okay. Now, when before this unit, before before section 1 happens, section 1.2 has to happen before. Okay. Why? This is very simple, because in this um sorry, in this section we are gonna highlight 2 or 3 projects that we discussed, that you're gonna brainstorm with your classmate. So maybe one of you had the idea of, I don't know, a- an application for medical services. One of you have an idea of a machine that will automate kitchen cooking, for saying something, and another idea. So discuss those two or three ideas, not two or three ideas, and think which ones have better feasibility, which ones are possible because of the current technology, which one had could have higher demand, bigger market, etc. So think of that, and that will work very, very well. Okay. And so, and then you will have to list it. No, tech proposal one, advantages and disadvantages, what's good, what's bad, what works, what doesn't work, and why it doesn't work, right? This part is also important, and I think also before choosing already your desired technology comes your market research, meaning you're gonna check if there is already any similar company, whether there's any similar product that has been successful maybe in other industry. So maybe, for example, there's a transport system of this one of Uber, but maybe you think of a cargo freight for companies instead of like Uber for people, it's Uber for transportation of containers, etc. Right? And then whether there is a competitor. So think of this one, look at this one, read it in depth, right? A read whether there's projects or products that are already existing, because of course if you're choosing products that are already taken, then there's no value. And then you're gonna choose a final choice conclusion why you choose this product. Okay. And of course support yourself with a role of customer. Again, everything is related to all your units that we have already seen. So what is the role of the consumer? No, in this case it could be the consumer can be satisfied for these reasons, for that reasons. There's value in it because it has been created before but nobody has commercialized it, etc. Okay. Then in the next one you're gonna think here you're gonna think, um, yeah, you're gonna protect your innovation or you're gonna open it. Okay, remember we have always a choice of, if I protect the innovation, yes, I have it, it's unique, but it's gonna take a very long time to be developed because I need to develop by myself the whole ecosystem of how it works. In this case, for example, let's look at Tesla. We already have talked about Tesla before, but it's an open innovation somehow because Tesla realized if we want the electric car industry to really move along, we need the chargers, we need stations, we need tools, we need mechanics. I mean, additional things that they could also apply it, of course, but at some point it's too much for them. So better open it, and then they open the innovation, and then I mean everybody's in the market. They steer the leaders because they are the first ones in terms of electric cars, and it's a gamble, but it benefits you. So in this case, think what's better for your project, for your product, to keep it because you think nobody can replicate it, or open it because you think it will benefit from that. All right. So now then we go to the business development strategy. In this case, I really want you to think as entrepreneurs, what are your first stages, right? Maybe we're gonna develop a prototype. Then after the prototype, then we're gonna search it. Maybe let's say, for example, we have this product or this service or this application for government. Let me refer to a real example. For example, the taxation system in Korea. The taxation system in Korea, it was first tried and tested in a small city. I think it was Jeollado in Gwangju, can remember. And then there first they try to see how the taxation worked. They call it a technological sandbox. They try it first. They see the benefits. the drawbacks, and then after that they rolled it out to the whole nation. So that is something that you have to think, okay, how I'm going to build first a prototype, try it first with a certain population, then we start to think of if it works, larger market, and maybe go international. So don't try to fly first telling me, oh, we're going to expand globally. No, first you need to sell it locally. So think of that first, okay? A, number four is also very critical. Well, actually, everyone is critical. You have to think of any conflicting technology and user acceptance. No, maybe your product needs a certain technology that is not available yet, or maybe it's too slow. So maybe that will take some time, and that affects your number three too. And the same thing as in user acceptance, as in you have to think how people will accept it. Ask your friends, ask your family, if I were to give you this application, what do you think? What would you do? Would you use it or not? And get a little bit of an understanding of really how the consumer will behave and react towards it. And of course, try to put it in here. Now, of course, as a business, we have to think of how to make money with it. This is very critical, very, very, very critical. The most critical of all, because if you don't make money, there is no way you can, if you don't monetize your product, there is no possible way to keep on going as a company. So, in this case, look for the different digital business models, how they make money, and how they monetize the services or products, and think, I mean, of course, if there's like, for example, a machine and you sell it, the business model is very simple, no big deal. But there's some other, like, I know I remember one time some students created one application for ordering things for the supermarket, and it was a great idea, but when they were thinking how to monetize it, they couldn't bring any value in terms of money. So I told them that, well, you can get maybe some sponsorship from the supermarkets, and then that could be a good idea. So always think how I'm gonna make money out of it. This is the most important thing. It doesn't matter how great idea it is, if you don't know how to monetize it, then you're doomed. There's no possible way the company keep on going. So that's it. If you have any specific questions, please talk to me anytime. I recorded this in a video because sometimes if I do a Zoom session, people just space out and then don't take notes. But if I record it, then you can go back and read again and look to what I'm saying. So, but I mean, this is still open for you to talk to me, to discuss, and tell me what you're thinking, what's good, and that's all. Okay, very good. Thank you so much for your time. And again, if you want a very good grade, make sure you talk to me a lot. And remember, my schedules are from 10 to 3 p.m. You're free to ask me anything. Don't ask me on weekends or evenings because I really don't have the time. I have so many other things to do, personal and other things in business as well. But so just try to contact me in office hours. Thank you so much. And then if you have questions, please call me anytime.